Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing Double Trouble and How They Met, aka How Asmodeus and Fizz met you, the listener. And there is two ways I could do this, and I think I'm going to do a mix of them because that makes the most sense for me. And yes, so you are basically a volunteer in the sloth ring right now, taking care of Fizz, as he has been severely injured and all of that. You met him when he was rather young, and this is how it first started with Fizzarali. Then you'll go way later on, and we'll do a part 2 or a time skip where you meet Asmodeus when you go into his club to audition to work at his club, where you also meet Fizzarali again. Anyways, let's do this. Disclaimer, Fizzarali and Asmodeus are a canon couple. They are not Yandere canon, and this is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simpin and shipping fictional characters and Yanderes is fine as long as you're not illegal or gross about it and you separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life, and all that stuff. And also, even if demons were real, they would not be good partners to have in real life. Even though if they were hot like Asmodeus, I would sin so fast if a demon was like Asmodeus. Sin so fast. Anyways, so let's do this. Anyways, I hope you're all enjoying Spooky Month and that you all are having a great time. And remember, there will be the link to the first intro future chapter of what started this Double Trouble at the end of the video, probably right here as well, for you to see that. If you want to see that after or before this video, you can do that. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed the intro, and let's do this. You were volunteering. You are a young 18-year-old demon. I can't remember if you were a sinner demon or not. Shoot. Were you a sinner demon? Okay, we'll have to retcon. This will be based off the Double Trouble. You're going to be a hellborn demon because that works better than sinner demon. I'm sorry. You are a hellborn demon. And you were deciding to volunteer at one of the sloth ring hospitals. You got into the hospital and went to see your first volunteered patients. You would be just changing their bedding and doing all that stuff. You looked to see a very in pain and very hurt Fizzarali. You did not know who he was because of all the damage. He looks at you with pained eyes, and you felt bad for him. You walk over to him and sit next to him. His horns were ruined. His limbs were gone, and he was in nothing but pain. You stayed with him throughout the whole day, giving him company, forgetting your tasks that you had, because you felt so awful. For Fizzarali, he never knew someone would have this much kindness. Most of the staff just ignored him or doped him up with drugs. And his best friend, Blitzo, hasn't even come to visit him. You stayed with him for months of rehab and therapy. Stayed with him until you knew he was okay. But you got in trouble with your boss and had to leave. You snuck into Fizzarali's room one last time to say goodbye. Fizz, you say, and you walk up to him. He looks at you with a smiling face, having being a little bit better now. He was working on getting some limbs as well. Hey, your name, he says. I'm so happy to see you, he says, grinning, and you smile back. I'm happy to see you too, you say, and sit next to him. So, I have some bad news, you say to him. He looks at you. What is it? He asks. I have to go. They don't want me working here anymore, so I won't be able to see you. What? No, he says. He didn't want to lose you. He has grown very attached to you and wanted to be something more with you. He wanted to take you out on a proper date and to court you and make you his. I'm sorry, Fizz. I have to go. You lean down and kiss him on the forehead. and then walk away. It was sad and it was hard, but you had to do the right thing. And that was leaving Fizz behind, or at least so you thought. Fizz was devastated. He cried and raged in his room, so angry and pissed off that he lost you. He lost so much already, and now he lost you, and his heart was shattered. He could not handle it. Time skip about, let's say, 10 years? No, wait, we got to do the timeline right. Fizzarali just became recently, so I would have to say 14 years. 14 years. 14 years. 14 years later, where Fizzarali works for Asmodeus and is now working for Mammon as well, because they said that recently became Mammon's face for his stuff. So obviously all that jazz. Anyways, let's do this. Time skip. Time skip. You are now a 30-year-old hellborn demon. You go to Asmodeus' office as you have an interview with him. You were very excited to work in his clubs and work for King of Goetia in one of the 7 deadly sins. You knock onto the door, and there opens up the door to a familiar face. The scarring finally set in, but you recognize his voice instantly. "Your name?" he says. His eyes wide. He thought he would never see you again. He suddenly lifts you up and spins you around. You grip his shoulders and cling to him, not wanting to be dropped, as he stretches you high in the air. "Fizzarali!" you say, and he slows down, lowering you back to the ground and grinning. "Oh my god, I missed you so much," he says, holding your face in his hand and kissing your face all over. "Oh, I missed you, I missed you, I missed you," he says, so happy. That's when Ozzy's voice came, and he realized he's in a relationship with Ozzy and just kissed you all over the face. This complicated things. He walks in, leading you to Ozzy. "Big guy," Fizzarali says, and looks at him. "This is your name, the girl I told you about," he says, and Asmodeus' eyes land on you. He freezes for a second. You were breathtaking. He now knew why Fizzarali had been so smitten with you, and why he was so devastated when you left him, leaving a gaping hole in his heart for relationships. He knew now that Fizz had very good taste. Well, he was dating Ozzy. Of course he had good taste. But he never knew that he would be attracted to you as well. This is shocking. "Hello there, baby girl," he says, looking at you and walking up to you. My, Fizzarali definitely has great taste," he says. You blush bright red. Did the sin of lust just say that to you? "Oh Lord, you were going beet red." Thank you," you say, blushing even more and holding your face in your hands. I didn't, how do you know me?" "Fizzarali told me all about you, baby girl," he says, leaning down towards you. "And I must admit, when I heard you broke his heart, well, I didn't care all that much, because love is stupid. But if love was not stupid, I would have been very angry at you. You see, you knew about their best kept secrets, but also you did not know that Fizzarali talked about you, and it wasn't a really best kept secret. It was the worst secret kept in hell. Everyone knew they were smitten with each other. He just did not like talking about it." "Ah, I see. So, you come here for an interview for a job?" he asked, pulling out your seat, and you sit down across from him, and Ozzy and Fizz sit across from you. Yeah, I really want to work in your clubs," you tell him, and he grins. "Well, baby girl, we're going to have to make a contract. One of the more legally binding contracts with your soul." You look at him shocked. That was a big, steep ask. Any contract that Asmodeus signed, he would be legally bound to do. "And what would the contract entail?" you ask, biting your lip. This was a very intense conversation, not in an intimate way, but more so that you could very well be bound to Asmodeus. Well, baby girl, you are going to belong to me and Fizzarelli. What? You say, standing up suddenly. I don't belong to anyone. Come now, baby girl. You know that you want us. I mean, we have the best game in all of hell. But if you want to take things slow, we can. We can do a trial period. You become Fizzarelli's and mine's booty call without the booty part at first, unless you want to. And you get to work in our clubs and get treated like the princess you are. What do you say, baby girl? You stared shock at him. Working in the club, but also getting the anything you wanted was a little bit tempting. But you also didn't want to be seen as, well, a sugar baby for the sin of lust. That was a bit more unsettling to you. Fine, but I'm not signing any contract. We'll play it by ear. You say you didn't want to get bound to anything right away. Of course, baby girl. Now, why don't we all go and have some dinner? He says, and he takes you and Fizzarelli with him, holding you in his arms. You blush and grip his shirt. Asmodeus, everyone's looking. Oh, I know they are, but they know better than to say anything, because I will break them, he says, and you blush. The way he said that made you shudder. Oh, you're Satan. This may just get you into some serious, big trouble. You blush darkly, and Asmodeus and Fizz go to his penthouse where he starts making dinner. You sit with Fizz, and Fizz wraps his arms around you, nuzzling his face into your neck. No one was here to see him snuggle up to you. He has missed you, and he has never letting you go again. It's a good thing that Asmodeus feels the same way, because now you will belong to them. They are never letting you go. This trial period is going to be a lifelong commitment. One day, they may even ask you to marry them and be their wife. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more of this, I will have the original Double of the Trouble posted. I can't remember most of it, so this is going to probably be the new thing. That was probably the teaser of it all, and we might get up to it at some point. I don't know, I might redo it at some point. Anyways, we do know more about Fizzarelli and Asmodeus, so if there's anything else you want to see with them, I will do my best to do that for you all and get it done as soon as possible. Also, if there is anything else you want with Hell Boss, I will try to do that as well. And when Has Been Hotel finally comes out, because we support the strike, honestly, my channel could not be done without the actors and voice actors and all that, and all the people that make shows possible, because most of my, if not all of my characters and Yandere videos are based off of those characters that the actors and voice actors have voiced and act, and I support them full-heartedly. So very much we support the people on strike and getting them the proper pay. I know I haven't said that often enough. I think this is the first time I said it, but we support them, and we support all of them in general. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. Remember, at the end of the video will be the suggested video of Double the Trouble, if you want to see that and see what originally started all this mini-series that I just started this episode. And also, if you want to see all my Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel Yanderes, there will be a playlist of every Yandere video I have with every Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel character I have done. So that's the ultimate Helluva Boss and Has Been Hotel Yandere playlist, and probably a suggested video of either Yandere Asmodeus or Yandere Fizzarelli. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. Thank you, Gav. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are stunning. Thank you, Gav. And I'm glad you had a great trip. Thank you, Wicked Brony. You are fabulous. You are beautiful. You are stunning as well. Thank you, Wicked Brony. I hope that you enjoyed as well, and I hope you had a good trip as well. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. And if you would like to see more, you know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, all that. So you're notified and that you have this in your algorithm so you can see more of my stuff, because the more you like, probably more suggested of my videos you will become. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. And stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Anyway, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro. Welcome to the secret outro. And the secret outro is, if you were in this situation, would you have made the contract where you were their sugar baby, more or less, and partner for them? Or would you want to play it by ear like I did in the video? This is with you having more control so you can leave at some point, but you're probably going to sign a contract at some point way down the road. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed. And would you have signed a contract to be their sugar baby / partner? And or would you have played it by ear? I would have definitely signed the contract, impulse control, and I would love to be a sugar baby. Lord, I was talking to my co-author the other day, and Lord, I have impulse controls and a little bit of a shopping addiction. That's why I have to budget strictly so hard. Otherwise, I impulse buy. And, well, my sugar daddy or sugar mama would have such an abused credit card. Oh my God, I would be over my budget with them as well. Because, man, and most of my stuff would I be buying is like fan merchandise for fandoms, cosplay, and plushies. I'm that type of person. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye!